Okay. All right. Listen, before y'all start going crazy on me, like, Cash, what is this thing with Candace? This is the last one. All right. This is the last one because I feel like the nail has already been put in the coffin, you know, as far as all these people creating these videos, exposing it. And now that they have the letter that she existed, that she says existed prior to what she's saying now, they got the letter out from Charlie. I don't understand how people are still following anything that Candace Owens says. So this is going to be my last video, okay? Showing you all the different things Candace Owens has said, the way that she switches things up once, you know, actual receipts come out to disprove what she's talking about. And just show you guys exactly where her head is at, man. And I want to give a shout out before I get into this to Nathan Livingstone, Milk Bar TV. This dude has been incredible and showing in real time, bro. He puts together these videos showing how Candace Owens, you know, flip-flops and changes up what she says. If you guys were on my other social media platforms, you know, Facebook or Instagram, then you've seen the video that I shared of his where he shows Candace Owens twisting what she had the video, right? And this is why I say that she's a liar, bro. And this is why I'm so heavy on her, because she claimed that she had a video. Remember when she made the claim, she said, nobody uses the word vehicle. Who uses the word vehicle? Nobody. That's not a word that somebody uses. They're lying. The FBI is lying. Kash Patel is lying. They're making up fake reports. Nobody says vehicle. It was a CIA person that wrote this, or somebody in law enforcement, or maybe AI. This is what Candace Owens said, right? Then she proceeds to show the video of him using the word car, the shooter, Tyler Robinson, but didn't play the full clip. And you know what? We're going to start with that just in case you guys didn't see it, right? Just in case. Where's it at? Here we go. Here we go. Wait a minute. That's not the one. Hold on, guys. I got it. I got it. It's crazy to me. And people still run with this. Like, here we go. Here's a video. All right, we're going to start with this one just to put it out there. And I see you guys in the comments. Let's check these comments before we get underway. What's going on? Hey, hello. Her house is collapsing. Yo, I'm praying for her. You know, people think that I hate Candace. I don't hate Candace at all. I'm praying for Candace. But she's just gone off the deep end, and I see people that follow me that also follow her falling down in the same trap that she's laid. You know, maybe she's not doing it intentionally, but it feels like to me that she is, because she's getting money. She's getting paid on clicks and views, and people like me and everybody else making the videos trying to disprove her only puts her out there even more. But it still needs to be done so people that do follow, you know, cross platforms of people, they can see, like, look, nobody's taking her serious, man. And we all do the same kind of little researches and things that she does. Is all she's doing is pulling clips and getting information from people on social media. That's what her investigation entails, just so everybody knows. Her tip line that you can send an email to, they're TikTok videos, they're X videos, they're people making claims, and she runs with it. And then honestly, I feel that her people are feeding her bad information on purpose, is what I feel. Because there's no way she can be this wrong and just keep on going with it. You know what I'm saying? It blows my mind. So, hey, what's up, Stacy? Now, it's good to see you here instead of where they put you. Yeah, amen. Yeah, what's up, D? What's up, Kim? Kim, your shirt went out, just so you know. I'm not down with CO anymore. She used to be great, but now she's unhinged. Yeah, a lot of people are seeing it. Like and share this out, please. Appreciate everybody that does. Hey, how you doing, Kelly? I agree. Yeah, she's lost it. Yeah. Good morning. Say Mandis fan out here. Yeah, I did a little funny skit. I don't know if you guys seen it, but it was the Mandis Owens show. Yeah, I don't follow her. Nope, it's frightening how many people follow her. Yeah. Yep. Cash, keep up the hard work. Haven't paid attention to Owens. I feel you. And I got you. You don't got to correct it. I understand, bro. I know what you was going with. All right, so let's jump into this video. If you didn't see this one this morning when I first shared it, right? Again, shout out to Milk Bar TV. Nathan, bro, you are the man, bro. You are the man. All right, so let's jump in.
That is now circulating from a car accident that he had. And during the discussion with the officer that showed up, Tyler certainly refers to it as his car, not his vehicle, because that's how most Americans, how most English speakers refer to a car, unless they're in the military or on the police force. So here is 2022 police body cam footage, in case you missed that, of Tyler making a crash report. Take a look.
Okay, so before we get into this clip, now you heard what she just said. She's painting a narrative in the people's minds. And this is why I say she's blatantly lying, bro. Blatantly. She painted out a narrative. That's a strange word to use. Who uses the word vehicle? When I shared the post, everybody's like, I use vehicle all the time, right? But she's putting it in the mind of the people that follow her, that trust her, right? Saying nobody uses the word vehicle. And I'm going to show you a video that he doesn't even use the word vehicle, right? Now watch this.
Listen.
Your mom's on her way?
Yeah, she's gonna be a minute. She's got to shuttle over from where she's at to her car and then drive over.
Gotcha.
See that? He just said car. He didn't say vehicle. And she stops the clip and see the face she's making like, strange, right?
His mother was going to shuttle over from her car? Interesting.
Yeah, I was looking up at the light just before getting there.
Okay.
I saw it shift yellow. And as I get into the intersection, there was a vehicle in the lane.
Is that something that you say? I'm just going to go outside to my vehicle.
You see what I'm saying? She had that clip, you guys. She had the whole clip, but she didn't air the part where he does use the word vehicle, because she wants you to believe that this kid, a young man, didn't do the thing that he did. Now, am I saying that there's not questions that we need answers to, that there's some sketchy stuff? I'm not saying that at all. There are some sketchy things, like the whole, 30-06. Now that I've looked into it further, I'm like, yo, that's crazy. That I've seen the damage that bullet can do. So there are some questions for sure. But again, she's making claims that this kid, first off, didn't do it. The first claim that she made was that Bibi Netanyahu did it, that Israel did it. Now it's mutating into Turning Point USA had something to do with it. And then she made a indirect claim, when Charlie Kirk's wife did the first little show that she did, making a claim like, why? This is what she said, insinuating, why am I the only person that is speaking out? Why am I the only? Basically calling out his wife, because his wife ain't saying the same things that she's saying. Okay. But we're going to let this roll.
I left something in my vehicle. Apparently, they just shoot the breeze with one another and they say vehicle and retrieve. And if you don't believe me, then good. You shouldn't believe that. You shouldn't believe me when I say that. And
okay. Now, let me get to this question real quick and we'll keep it rolling. The fact that Tyler hasn't confessed out of his mouth doesn't make sense. Why doesn't that make sense? I don't know how many people see. Maybe it's because I used to be a criminal and I've been locked up before, right? You never admit guilt. You never admit guilt until they give you a good plea deal. If you cop a plea, right? Then you will admit, you'll say, I am guilty to these things, because they're going to give you a deal. But before that, before there's any deal on the table, or maybe you're going to go to trial, you never admit guilt. Just because somebody did something does not mean that they admit guilt. No criminal in the history of criminality goes in and says, I did it. Even if they're caught red-handed, they plead not guilty to get a deal, bro. That's how it works, D. And I know you probably ain't never been through something like that. You know what I'm saying? So you wouldn't know, so I get that. I understand. But there's another comment. Says, she's asking questions and wants to understand who killed her friend. Why are y'all mad? Okay, I'm not mad. I'm not mad. And I understand it if she was just asking questions, but she's not. She's making claims. There's a difference. And the claims that she's making are hurtful to a certain demographic of people is the problem. That's the problem that I have. Okay, she's making claims that are hurtful towards a group of people, a nation of people, whether or not we agree with that nation or we think that their leader is screwed up or whatever, right? It's still, I don't like it. I don't like it. If you've been following me for a long time, you know I roll like that on across the board. Across the board, I don't like people being labeled as something just because, people have a hunch about a few. And I use the same analogy every time. It's like when people say that all black people are criminals because a couple of brothers got arrested or committed a crime. You know what I'm saying? It's like that. And that's what she's catering to. That's why I'm doing this. All right.
Nick was particularly asking him to determine who owned a white vehicle, and everyone locally had looked at this vehicle and said, I can help you to just figure out more about this vehicle. And suddenly a president gets shot in a moving vehicle. November 22nd, 1963. JFK was shot. President JFK was shot sitting alongside his wife in a vehicle.
You see the problem here, you guys? She used this vehicle out of her own mouth on her show repeatedly in past shows. And then even after she claims that nobody uses it, she's using the word, but she wants her audience to believe that this kid didn't use this word. The report is lying to you because nobody uses that word, but she's using the word. Do you understand? This is what I'm trying to get everybody to understand, man, and believe that she's being disingenuous on purpose. As far as I'm concerned, I don't know Candace Owens' heart or mind, right? But from what it looks like to me, because now they have the letter. Let's go to that. Let's go to that, okay? But first, matter of fact, no, we're gonna pull up this guy, and I'm not gonna play his whole video because he gets unhinged. He gets unhinged with Candace Owens. Now, she brought this guy's video up on her show when I watched it, which is funny because now I watch Candace Owens' show. You guys did this. This is your fault because all of you Candace Owens fans was like, Cash, I think you should take another look. Go back and watch her show. So I did. And I tune in every single time it comes on. And if I miss it, I go back and I watch it for y'all because you asked me to. Okay. And in watching her show, it has not changed my mind one bit about Candace. In fact, it's deepened how I feel towards Candace's delivery, okay? Not the person. Again, I'm praying for that sister. I'm praying for Candace that God will fix her mind, man. Because right now what she's doing, it ain't got nothing to, there's no God in it. Not the God that we serve, you know what I'm saying? So let's go on to this video. All right.
I didn't know who Candace Owens was. I know she had a large following. I know the right wing loved her. And suddenly she started to link my commentary to her site, and we got a lot of visitors through Candace Owens.
I just want to toss it to Michael Savage because the energy of this, what Michael Savage had to say about everything that we're hearing, is pretty much all of us right now. Take a listen.
Now, let's just use logic for 2 minutes and I'll put to rest the lies that Candace Owens is putting out about Jews. And
this is the guy that she just praised on her show. And he found out that she used this clip, and this is his response.
And she's going to wind up getting Jews killed if she keeps this shit up. Let me be very clear. She's not nuts. She's not nuts at all. She just has latched on to a methodology to get morons to listen to her and tries to put pieces together that don't match.
Bibi Netanyahu is again denying that he murdered Charlie Kirk.
For those of you who said that she's never made that claim, she's made it multiple times. This is just one instance. She's made that claim and it's mutated over time. As more things come out, she changes up who she says did something to Charlie Kirk. And she makes all these claims about all these people except for the person that they've already caught. That's my issue. I don't get how this ain't registering with people.
Despite the fact that no one that I know accused him of doing such a thing. Is that normal?
So she says that Netanyahu killed Charlie Kirk, or Israel killed Charlie Kirk, more specifically. Well, let me ask you something. If that was true, how long do you think Candace Owens would be breathing? If Netanyahu and Mossad is so all-powerful and so demonic that they could kill people in Lebanon with exploding pagers, they can kill people in Iran who develop nuclear weapons, but they can't get to Candace Owens, some loser.
I'm not even gonna let him finish because now he goes off on a tirade. If you want to see the whole video, I will put it after we're done. I'll link it, in the comments section of the video, and you guys can go and listen to the rest of it yourselves. But I'm not gonna finish playing it because he goes off and he says some things, some really strong verbiage he uses in his scolding of Candace Owens. But I mean, nobody else is seeing this. We got more clips I need to show you guys because, like I say, this all is from Milk Bar TV. You guys, he's incredible. He's incredible in the way that he puts it all together and shows you, that this chick is really out there. Okay, so the letter. Let's talk about the letter. She made the claims that the letter was real and that they were misrepresenting the things in the letter. We all remember that, right? If you watched the show like you told me to, then you watched in real time Candace Owens say that the letter is real, but they are misrepresenting things within the letter. We can all agree to that, right? That's what she said. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and see what her response is to this whole thing. How do you really feel, Candace?
Towards the end, Charlie was just authoring love letters to Israel, giving them a perspective of here's how we can win here's what you guys need to do. You need to work with this Hillel, whatever it is. Yeah, the same people that are calling me anti-Semitic, you need to work with those people harder. And he was just putting it on paper. Was it an email? What was that they were sharing on the New York Post, the Israeli Post? First and foremost, that letter he is holding up, he is severely misrepresenting. Those sentences are real. I'm saying you're severely misrepresenting the contents. Word of his deep love for Israel to a letter to Netanyahu, we're supposed to believe, did he send that as an email, by the way? Can somebody clarify? Was that an email they were sharing? Or did he send it in the mail to him? Could somebody?
So now she's pretending. Oh, so was it like an email? Was it a letter? Did he mail it? Like, what? She's pretending like she don't know now. She just knew everything in our past episode. She knew everything about the letter and how they were misrepresenting it. But now she's acting like she don't even know what was it? What was it? What was it?
Share that, and you're doubling down on your lie. I told you to publish the full letter that Charlie wrote you, not lines of it. Okay, it's a lie by omission. He lied about the contents of a letter that Charlie Kirk had written him. I'm assuming it was an email. Can someone share the timestamp on that? Just kind of like authenticate that email, because I'm very aware of what's going on. Okay, and I don't know how the executives over at Turning Point USA sleep at night.
Well, that's strange, Candace, because that's what I'm thinking too. Is like, how are you sleeping at night? You knowingly, first off, in the first clip that we show, you knowingly deceived your audience on purpose, bro. That's not an accident. You had the full clip of this dude literally saying vehicle, but you omitted it, right? You omitted that part of the video to show him only saying car. You lied by omission. Honestly, you lied on purpose. That was an intentional lie. It wasn't even an accident. That was intentional misleading your audience to buy a narrative. And for the people in the comments are saying, no, that clip was her saying, why is Bibi Netanyahu claiming that he didn't have anything to do? It was because Candace Owens was insinuating multiple times in the beginning when it first happened that Bibi Netanyahu and Israel and Mossad and all these different people were involved in this thing against Charlie. Now it's mutated. Now it's Turning Point USA. Turning Point USA had something to do with it. You know, it's mutating. She's got to think of something else. And then the big grand thing that she came out with was that the reason why they took Charlie Kirk out wasn't because of his stance against Israel. No, it wasn't because he was so influential. It was because Charlie Kirk was about to bring Candace Owens next to him, and they were going to have a reunion. And for them to stop that, they put a bullet in him. So it all comes right back to Candace Owens. They took him out because the power dynamic duo was going to come out, and they were going to hate Israel together. Candace, the biggest issue that I have is that of every single claim that she has made, okay? Correct me if I'm wrong, y'all. She has yet to provide one shred of proof out of all the receipts that she says that she has. Wouldn't you have thought that in the beginning show that she first initially did, talking about Charlie Kirk, that would have been the first thing that she led with? We were supposed to be on stage together. We were we had a tour lined up. We were gonna reunite, and we were gonna take on these college campuses together. And but now, because everything it fell apart. It fell apart. Now you have to paint a new narrative that it was just all about you. They didn't want Charlie Kirk to reunite with you. But I get called crazy, right? When I call this stuff out, and somebody said in a comment, they said, what happened to our side? We were the side that we believed in conspiracies. No, I was never a part of your side that you're talking about. I'm not on any side. I just like to say what's true. And I also like to dispel anything that will cause division or harm to people, right? To a group of people, especially. I've done it when they did the whole, talking crazy about black folks because of some criminals that happen to be black. I've done it to talk about white people, that get labeled as racist because people have encountered a few white people that are racist. I'm doing it now for people that are labeling Israel or Jews as the biggest issue in the world, just because they happen to follow a few people that are Jewish that, they do the things that people say that they do, but it doesn't account for everybody, is my whole point. It does not account for everybody. And that's the issue that I'm having with Candace right now. And I've been the same since I first came out on social media, bro, back in 2020. I have been the same. Yes, my thoughts have evolved a bit and my stances have changed a bit. Anybody's would over time. You evolve, especially if you keep on studying. Because I used to be like Candace. I used to be like Kanye in the sense of thinking evil Israel, right? I don't feel that way anymore after studying. It's not evil Israel. Israel it's a nation. It's got leaders. So I will point it out and say that I have issues with the way Israel's government does things. Not every person. That's the problem. People, they're too broad. It's just too broad, and you can't do that. That's harmful to people, man. Regardless of how you feel about me saying it, I had people in the comments saying that I'm paid by Israel. That is Bibi Netanyahu's paying me $7,000 to come on here and make Candace videos. First off, I didn't even know that I can get paid from Bibi Netanyahu for doing these videos. I've been doing these videos for free, okay? But if somebody wants to give me a check for it, I'll tell you this, Candace, I'll give you this. If somebody that is Jewish from Bibi Netanyahu's camp offers me, or anybody that is Jewish, offers me $7,000 to make a video about you, I will make a video and I will say, holy crap, Candace was right. They tried to offer me $7,000 to make a video about Candace Owens. Because that's just called integrity. That's just being honest. Ain't nobody offer me nothing, dude. Nothing. I'm just doing this because I feel what you're doing is harmful. I do love you. I do love you as a believer, right? I love you. But what you're doing is wrong. You know what I'm saying? What you're doing is wrong. Erica Kirk, sitting at home, probably still grieving. Maybe not grieving the way that people think that she should grieve, but she's still grieving. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's harmful for her. I feel like if her kids ever watch her videos, they might adopt, God forbid, they might adopt the same ideology that you have, to be questioning if they can be, around people that wear the small hats. If they actually have something to do with their father. I think about all these kind of things, man. So yeah, no, I'm not getting paid. But I want to show Candace's evolution. Let's show Candace's evolution over time, guys. Y'all want to see it? It's 4 minutes long. I'm going to play it. It's 4 minutes long if you want to bear with me through this. Let's go ahead. Again, shout out to Milk Bar, bro. Shout out to Nathan. This dude is incredible. Watch this.
That I work for Prager University, which is run by an Orthodox Jew. Not a single Democrat showed up to the embassy opening in Jerusalem. I sat on a plane for 18 hours to make sure that I was there.
These characters are just being inserted into places to serve Israel. That makes Israel the master of the universe. And that's troubling.
Before we talk about this, but what are your views on Islam?
How's it going in the UK? Those are my views. Okay, you can't. They have different views than us. Their views are that Western civilization is corrupted and awful, and it doesn't follow their code of ethic.
So how could you change that much? So that's 2019, right? I don't know. Just watch. This is her views now. You heard what she just said, right? About Islam and radical and a threat to Western civilization and all this. About somebody just being a Muslim, which I disagree with, right? But that was her take. Just being a Muslim, it's a threat, right? That was her take. Now listen.
Hamas, ISIS, all of these people are just so conveniently, these terror groups are so convenient in helping Israel expand its borders. We know that now. We're aware of these operations that you're running and constantly blaming it on Muslims, radical Muslims. It's always been killing Christians, and you've always been pointing the finger at Muslims.
You see what I'm saying? It turns back now. Just her hate for Israel is so strong that now she would deny the obvious. Even when there's video evidence of these people that happen to be Muslim standing in the street calling for death upon everybody, bro, and committing horrible acts caught on camera. You'll deny it. It's still Israel's fault. No, you're lying, Israel. You're propagandist.
But you didn't vote for Donald Trump, to be clear.
I did not. After dropping out of college, Owens became CEO of Degree 180, a website which included, among other things, a blog focused on taking down then-candidate Donald Trump. One article was titled, "Does Donald Trump Actually Have a Small Penis?" The piece concluded that Donald Trump most likely has a penis the size of an infant.
Trump derangement syndrome. What is it? Do I have it? Is there a cure? Fact. Donald Trump won the presidency in the same way that Obama won it before him. The American people voted.
Trump.
I got the same thing. No? Okay.
He is telling you he is not America first. I don't even know if he's America second at this point. It's all so ridiculous and disappointing. Just honestly embarrassing.
Sitting next to a Jewish guy who has lived way sooner than slavery was, just in the 1940s. They survived a near genocide, okay?
And you say to people, okay, what is it about Hitler? Why is he the most evil? Well, the first thing people would say is, well, an ethnic cleansing almost took place. And now I offer back, you mean like we actually did to the Germans?
I do not believe.
Do y'all hear this?
That we should be characterizing Hitler as a nationalist. He was a homicidal, psychopathic maniac that killed his own people.
World War II, convincing Americans. And it's like totally cool to want to genocide Germans. Totally cool. The Germans are so evil. We can do this with movies. We're going to create this image and we're going to war. Because people in their minds think, oh, well, if it's in a book.
This is crazy, y'all. This man, I'm so, Milk Bar, if you ever watch my video, bro, thank you so much, bro. You are the GOAT. Straight up. This is crazy. This is crazy. These are like drastic. This is a 180. You know what I'm saying? Say, when did Cash join the left? Oh, I ain't never joined the left. Ever. Ever.
And a publisher agreed to publish it. HarperCollins published this book about Kamala. They must have fact-checked this, and all of this must be true. People have this wrong perception. So Grok is saying there's no basis, and he's crawled.
This one. Listen to this, you guys. This is 2025, okay? When it goes with her narrative, she's all for it. When it goes against her narrative, it's disgusting. Watch.
The biographies. Except he missed Robert Maxwell's authorized biography. And Robert Maxwell got to read and approve. That's what it means to have an approved biography. And Grok says, nothing to see here, right? This is being pushed on us that, like, the future is AI. The future is artificial intelligence. Why are they pushing artificial intelligence on people? It's because, well, maybe it's right there in the name. They want you to be intelligent artificially.
Right? Sounds good, doesn't it? Watch this.
It's a veneer. You're not actually intelligent. You might be an idiot, and not to be mindful of that, but to forcefully reject these tech lords. But then I use the software that Xavier Poussard introduced me to, the World Economic Forum's Face++ software. I don't know how this software works, but I've learned to trust it. I really trust that software, and it only further commits me to Xavier Poussard's research, which is that Brigitte Macron lived as Jean-Michel Trogneau.
What? You can't trust AI. You're stupid. You're stupid. You can't trust AI. You're artificially intelligent. It's in the name. Artificial intelligence. I don't trust AI because you're not really intelligent. You're artificially intelligent. It's a veneer. It's a veneer. It's not real. You're actually stupid. Next day. I actually love AI. AI is just amazing, and I actually trust it because it fits my narrative about Brigitte actually being a dude, because artificial intelligence, it's good. It told me.
And that software has proven to me that she really has. The angst of that cannot feel good. Like, you think you're so right and you're dropping what you think are receipts about somebody's life. And the scariest part of that for me is really the IQ element, because it doesn't really matter how much research you do. Some things should just go to you, oh, you know what, that just sounds ridiculous. Jean-Michel Trogneau took Brigitte Trogneu's identity at some point. It's very obvious he kind of becomes his sister. That's what seems to be the most logical conclusion based off of everything.
America voted for a misogynist, said every actor and actress everywhere, just after they had got finished smooching up to Harvey Weinstein.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. After they just got done smooching up to Harvey Weinstein. And then look at her. Got him on her podcast in 2025. And she's smooching up. Y'all remember that episode? I watched it. Did you watch it? I'm just saying, guys. I'm just saying. So when people get mad and wonder why, Cash, why are you talking about Candace? She's only trying to give us the truth that we have not gotten from our government. Is she? Is she trying to give you the truth? Or is she trying to get you to click, view, watch so she can get paid? And I can tell you firsthand, you get paid off of views. I get paid off of my views. I mean, nowhere near what she's getting paid. She's rolling in the dough, her views, bro. She goes live on YouTube. Oh, you better believe after that first hour, she's got between half a million to 1 million views in the first hour. Unheard of. She's rolling in the dough. So when people question why I'm questioning what she's doing, and I'm saying that it's not because she wants to be on the side of truth or that it's really about Charlie. No, it's because I understand the dynamic here. You're getting paid. All the evidence supports everything against what you're claiming, Candace. Yet you keep rolling with it and people are believing it and then getting mad when somebody like me or other influencers say anything, because now Candace says that that Bibi Netanyahu is paying influencers $7,000 to make videos against her. Remember, she made a claim. She said, I got a tip from a hot tip line. And as being shown to me, an email went out to all these influencers to make videos that are anti-Tucker Carlson and anti-Candace Owens. Proof, receipt. Never shared your name. Never showed the name of the person that the email came from, number one. Because if you were trying to expose what these people were doing to you, you would share the email with the name of who sent it, right? She blurred that part out. Never showing you who sent the email, leading me to believe that maybe she sent an email to herself or somebody, fabricated an email to support her claim. And she doesn't want the address to be out there so people can question this person and know who this person is, right? That's a logical way of thinking. But then turns around and the people that she made the claim against, they came out and they made a bold statement and published a whole article. This is a straight fabrication. We have never targeted anybody. We're not paying anybody to do anything, and we ain't sent no email out to nobody to create videos about Candace Owens or Tucker Carlson. So then that means that you're intentionally lying to your audience again. Or it could be unintentional because, again, it could be her team. Her team could be giving her bad information to make her look like the psycho that she looks like right now. Could be. All I know is that it's disingenuous. Very disingenuous. All right, where's it at? Let's see. Double down. Okay, here we go. This is the big one. This is the big one right here. This one it blows my mind, the level of arrogance that it takes to come out and say something like this.
About 48 hours before Charlie Kirk died, Charlie informed people at Turning Point, as well as Jewish donors and a rabbi, that he had no choice but to abandon the pro-Israel cause outright. Okay, Charlie was done. He said it explicitly, that he refused to be bullied anymore by the Jewish donors. Can you guys answer? Did he express that? Did he also express that he wanted to bring me, Candace Owens, back because he was standing up for himself? And then did he, just 48 hours later, conveniently catch a bullet to the throat before our onstage reunion?
Is anybody buying that? I really want to know. I'm asking the chat. Are you buying that? Do you really think? They weren't even friends on no social media platform at the time of his passing, but that was her best friend. You know what I'm saying? You really think that he was about to bring Candace Owens back on stage with him? They were literally opposites in their stances. No, Charlie was switching up his stance on Israel. No, he wasn't. No, I challenge everybody to go and watch the videos. I did. Everybody's like, no, you need to go and watch the videos, Cash. Go watch them because Charlie was switching up. No. Charlie was critical about some things that Israel was doing, never switching up his stance towards Israel. Okay, he did have some questions, and so what? We all got questions. I got questions about the way Donald Trump does things, but that don't mean that I'm switching up and not being in support of Donald Trump and his administration. That doesn't prove anything, right? But even in his videos, he's critical about people that are running media over there in Israel and how they were slandering him because he, I guess he missaid something or said something a certain type of way, questioning October 7th. Okay. And that's a media company that has nothing to do with all of Israel. That has nothing to do with his support for Israel. He's just calling out these rag companies that are producing propaganda against him, basically. But people are taking that as the gospel, and they're running with it as nope. He's changing up how I felt about Israel, even though his letter specifically was against that. Like it was explicitly supportive of Israel and his love for Israel. I can't make this up.
Could happen. It's a yes or a no. Yeah, I'm putting the fire here right at the feet of Turning Point because I am disgusted. I am genuinely disgusted. I am looking around and wondering whether Charlie's entire life was the Truman Show. None of you guys are behaving in the way that you should be behaving, okay? There is no way you are letting these lies fly unless, as I am hearing, unless it is true that there was a big payday that was on the line. And if Charlie radically stated.
So y'all see what she's doing right now, leading you to believe that there was a big payday on the line for these people. That's why Turning Point isn't following and believing everything that she's saying. That's the reason why, because they had to be, there's got to be some big money involved. That's why they don't get behind what I'm saying.
But he was done with Israel. If Charlie said he had no choice but to abandon the pro-Israel cause because of, and I quote, Jewish donors, the behavior of Jewish donors, if he said that, yes or no, well then, I don't know, maybe some people didn't want to take that risk that he was going to, become Candace Owens and Tucker Carlson?
Candace, if you do a little digging, you'll find out that Charlie don't even got Jewish donors. That's the crazy part about it. Do digging, everybody. Do your own digging and find out if Charlie had Jewish donors. And find out who his biggest donors actually were. It's insane.
At Turning Point USA, with all of those presences, so much presence across college campuses, maybe they didn't want to take the chance. And I will say this, you know what? Somewhere Charlie is watching, okay? And I hope he knows that we are reunited, okay? We're on stage right now, and the Jewish donors are very angry about it.
It always comes back to Jewish people with Candace Owens. That's my problem. That is my problem, because do you know how many, listen to me, y'all. Do you know how many Jewish donors there are in the world that donate to just causes, that donate to, eradicate cancer, that donate to starving children, that donate to urban cities, man, to try to help rebuild? Do you know how many Jewish donors are out here doing good? Doing good. But Candace only will talk about Jewish people in a negative light. That's my problem. And they'll say, "Oh, Cash is paid by Israel." I ain't paid by Israel. I don't care nothing about what's going on with Israel. Okay, I only care about people. I care about people and how people that happen to be Israeli or Jewish will be affected by this kind of talk. That's all. I love people. Sue me. What are you gonna say? Because I really don't care. It's not like I can, I'm gonna get deplatformed and lose all the big things that I've done built. I'm still having to rebuild. I've already lost platforms, y'all. I've been viral and not viral. You know what I'm saying? It's already done happen. I've spent 3 years in prison behind losing everything, man. There's nothing for me to gain here. Nothing except for a person's mind to be saved, I guess, from this kind of lunacy. I guess my only reward is to create a rational mind in a person and know that they don't buy into that kind of rhetoric. That's my only reward. I mean, and if you like this video right now and share it and stuff, then that will also contribute to my bank account just a little bit. Not nothing huge, not like back in the day, I'll tell you that. But, you know, I'm just being transparent, being honest with you, right? But that's something I feel that Candace and others like her lack. It's no longer about transparency. No matter how much they claim to be wanting to tell you the truth about things, they're not. They're designed to keep you engaged. Retention. What sells? Drama. What sells? Negativity. What sells? Conspiracy. Look at any conspiracy page that's on social media. They are blown up. They're great because it's entertaining. People love to be entertained. They love a good mystery. They love the drama behind everything, the accusations. People feed on that. It's humans' nature. You know? This isn't so popular. What I'm doing is not a popular thing. It's not. Doesn't matter to me, though. If I do get my following back and it becomes large as it was, awesome. Praise God. You know what I'm saying? Cool. I hope that it does, right? But if it doesn't, I know the guy's going to look at me and be like, bro, yo, you did that. I see you, dude. I see you. You didn't sell out for the hype. You didn't sell out, you know, to get the fame and everything that you once had back. You didn't sell out who I want you to be in the process. And that's good for me. I'm cool with that, you know? But there's a lot of disingenuous people out here. Do you support Zionism? No, I don't. I don't support Zionism. Matter of fact, I couldn't even tell you what Zionism is, if I'm gonna be totally honest. I don't even know a true definition of Zionism. And how could I be a Zionist if I'm not Israeli? You know, if somebody came and conquered Israel tomorrow, I'd say, hey, they won. That's theirs. That's just the way the world works. Sorry. That's just me. That's my logic. Just how people are crying, saying, oh, they don't belong in Israel. People weren't there before. Hey, they conquered it. Nobody can stop them from being there, so therefore it is theirs. That's the way the world works. Do I think that it sucks? Of course it sucks, man. War sucks. People getting conquered, it sucks. But hey, that's how we are all here today. At some point or another, people conquered people, moved people around, people moved over here, named it a nation, and that nation became awesome. And then people were like, I'm proud to be from this nation. That's just what it is. No, I'm not a Zionist at all. At all. But I love people. So if somebody is a Zionist, and if that's like, if Zionism is like patriotism, because I consider myself to be a patriot, right? I love my country. I love my country. I love the way that our country is. I love the freedoms that we all have in our country. And I would fight to keep that, you know, in my own way. I would fight to keep that. So if Zionism is like patriotism, then hey, all love to them. But if Zionism means eradication of a people because they exist, then no, I'm against it. Is that fair? Does that make a little more sense to people who are questioning if I'm a Zionist or not? No, not at all. I don't think I am. I mean, maybe. I don't know. Couldn't tell you. But that's it. Zionist is a far right ideology. It could be. I don't know. I don't know. Do you check to see what religion a person is that donates to your organization? No, I don't at all. It doesn't matter to me because my organization stands for is something that is good. So anybody that's donating to it is donating to something good. And I don't care who it comes from. If they're behind something good, they're behind something good. That's it. You know what I'm saying? But beyond that, I got another video. Milk Bar, man. You the man, bro. You the man. Where's it at? Oh, not that one. This one right here, you guys. This video is good. So why would Turning Point? Exactly. 100%, Lejan. 100%. I agree. Check out this video, guys. Milk Bar, you're the GOAT, bro. I'll say it again. Milk Bar TV is the GOAT. Nathan, you're the GOAT, bro.
I could be incorrect. A feeling is not a fact. Everything just spiritually feels very wrong here. Yeah. It feels like we are being lied to by who? I'm not sure. We watched Charlie get shot in the throat. That feels a little bit symbolic. It feels like they wanted us to know that his voice was problematic. That, again, to me, feels like he's a decoy. Like more people are involved in this, and I will say that. We don't know, but we know that something's wrong with this.
So this one right here, Nathan, Milk Bar TV, He labeled this one feelings and vibes, and I'm here for it, bro. I love it. This is right up my alley right here. Feelings and vibes.
Because if I don't feel good, this feels to me like a conspiracy. It feels a little fake and gay. Gotta tell you guys, it feels a little fake and gay. Surely during a manhunt you use drones. I feel like we are tech capable enough. I feel this kid, for some reason, some unknown reason, is being protected, because it feels to me, okay, that this is a conspiracy, a federal level conspiracy, which means that there's gonna be somebody else, maybe somebody close to Charlie, that could be involved in this. Right?
All feelings, all vibes, no receipts. You notice that? To all my people who are Candace Owens supporters, do you notice that? All feelings, all vibes, zero receipts, zero facts. All feelings, all vibes.
Right? When I am satisfied that there is no conspiracy, I will communicate that. But at the moment, no. I am feeling the exact opposite. I feel like they're two separate people. It's just a vibe that I have right now. We are looking, just a vibe again.
It's
two
a
different
vibe.
people. I was like, that doesn't look like the same person, like ish, but like no. And that feels intentionally grainy. So
She didn't even believe it was the same person because she felt like that. I just feel that way. I feel like it's just a little bit grainy. He's not, it doesn't look like the same person. And I just feel like I have a vibe that tells me it's not. Do you believe me?
is this AI or is this a female Fed that put these messages together?
Oh, talking about the text messages. Was it AI or was it a female Fed? Or was it the guy that you said never used the word vehicle, even though you had the video of him saying the word vehicle, but you omitted it because you only wanted people to believe that he said car? I think we're on to something here.
We're not feeling like it's Tyler Robinson. That's for sure. I don't know. Again, like this is the kind of stuff that like we don't know, but we know. The outfit, again, as I sensed yesterday, has always been problematic. I feel the outfit was the Fed mistake. I feel like there is a bigger piece of this that involves Caldera. And like I said, I perceive a government conspiracy. They paved it. And I feel like that was a little soon.
I feel a vibe. No facts. No receipts. All feeling. In my gut, I can feel it. I think that's gas, Candace. I think what you're feeling is gas. Or maybe early set menopause or something. I don't know. Hormone imbalance? I don't know.
I don't feel like the investigation has much integrity. We're going to have a lot of questions about who had the audacity to honor him last night. I'm just feeling it. If I had to make a guess, that would be my guess. It's something about Dr. Frank Turek isn't sitting right with me, but I cannot shake the unsettling feeling in my gut regarding him. I am not saying, yeah, to like, he's guilty about something, but I am saying that like a lot of people had that feeling having watched his speech. Gut instinct is that this was a military operation, based off everything that I've seen in the lingering.
Yes, they're next. I'm just waiting. I'm watching Megan. But Tucker, we already been knew about how I felt about Tucker. That's not a secret. You know, well, we could cover that too.
Questions that I have and some other leads that we are working on. That's how I feel. It's kind of feeling like Tyler's going to get off. Or from the people that are on the ground who believe that actually Tyler was just told to walk and drop off his gun at a neighboring house. That for some reason just feels like that might be honest. I just feel it spiritually that these people are being programmed because it's not a lone shooter. It's a hive. I feel it spiritually. And my instinct has always been that the feds injected themselves immediately into this case because they were staging a cover-up. It started.
She feels that way. And now she got a whole bunch of other people feeling that way. Zero proof. No. As she always says, just trust me, bro. Just trust me, bro. That's what she criticizes everybody who believes anything that the feds say, even though the feds provide actual evidence, right? The Trump administration, feds, are providing actual evidence. And she accuses everybody of just being, she tells them, oh, what, you guys just expect us to take what you're showing us and like you don't lie to us? Oh, you just want us to go with the, oh, trust me, bro. Just trust me, bro. And that's exactly what Candace Owens is asking of her viewers. Just trust me, bro. I know I haven't shown you any receipts yet. but just trust me, bro.
To feel like a government signature a little bit, right? In that press conference, by the way, Brooksby, I don't like the way he's moving. I don't like the way Nate Brooksby is breathing. I got to be honest with you. It's a vibe. You're like, the vibes are not vibing there. This Governor Cox, because he likes trans, so they're open and close. That feels to me always just like Fed bait, left versus right? I don't like Governor Cox. Vibes, okay? Vibes.
You don't like Governor Cox because of vibes. Vibes. You know what the vibe is? What he's saying doesn't fit my narrative, so I don't trust him. I just don't trust him. Vibes. And then everybody in the chat, I don't trust him either. I got the same vibe. I don't trust him either. Something fishy about him. No reason. Just Candace said it first, so we got to regurgitate it. Like awesome little freaking robots.
I don't know, can't explain it. I know that security person. He's a good guy. It would shock me. I usually get a vibe about somebody. Not that guy. We don't know, but we know is the new Stannis Cup that just dropped.
We don't know, but we know. What does that even mean? We don't know, but we know. I'm not dumb, but I'm dumb.
Up, it's pretty good. We don't know, but we know. And we're about to know, if you know what I mean.
I don't know what you mean. I don't know for the life of me what you mean, Candace. I know what you're trying to insinuate, but it never comes. It never comes. I've been watching Candace Owens' show now because y'all made me. I've been watching. I've been a dedicated watcher of Candace Owens' show now. Okay? Previous shows, when she first started with the Bridget McCrone stuff, I started watching, like y'all told me to. Thought she was crazy. Zero receipts, right? Then I started watching all the Charlie Kirk stuff that she's been doing. Rest in peace. Zero receipts. Promises of them. Promises of receipts. But zero receipts. Zero. Somebody that's a Candace fan in the audience right now, right? Send me something. Send me one receipt. Send me one receipt. Proof. When we say receipt, that means proof. I don't know if she knows that, but that's what that means. A receipt is proof, right? It is proof of purchase. It is proof. Show me any proof that she has presented her audience. Any. Not a video. Not a video. Actual proof, okay? An actual receipt. Not something that is considered evidence to support her claim. No, I want proof that she's been promising. Receipts. Where's the receipts? That's a fair question, guys. Candace is going off the rails. I know you guys don't like it. I got accused of being a racist towards black people today. Early this morning. By a person who I guess loves Candace Owens. I don't know. I don't know if this person loves Candace Owens, but they said that they don't like why I'm attacking making black people the butt of my jokes, and why I'm what they say? They said something along the lines of basically I pick on black folks, which is not true. Anybody who's been following me for a long time knows me. I got a dark sense of humor, and I like to poke fun. I like to make people laugh. I've done crazy Karen videos. You guys don't remember when I did the Cholo video and I put the hat on and I did all kind of teardrops on my face and I started talking all, come on. I make fun of everybody, right? And good spirit. It's humor. It's funny. I love comedy. Black people ain't off limits just because you think as a strong black woman that I'm not supposed to talk about black women. I don't care what color somebody is. If they out here operating foul, I'm going to call foul. And I might just make fun of it. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. And I learned a new thing today. There's this person on X whom I've come to love. I love this person. I do. His name is Owen Benjamin, I believe. Let me make sure before I butcher it. Yeah, Owen Benjamin. Owen freaking Benjamin. I stumbled across him doing a Nick Fuentes parody And I'm like, yo, this dude is freaking hilarious. And it's my kind of comedy, right? I like dark humor. And I told you guys, I love racial humor. I love racial humor. I feel like it helps heal, you know? To a person that's not bitten up with racism, it helps heal, you know? You can just laugh at it, like how you used to. How my second cousin, or he's my third cousin, Richard Pryor. The late, great Richard Pryor's like my third cousin or something like that. Second cousin. I don't know. He's my granny's cousin, whatever that would make him to me, right? And Richard Pryor did that masterfully, you know? He talked all kind of racial crap. All kind of racial crap, and it was beautiful, and it was hilarious. Same thing with Paul Mooney. Rest in peace, Paul Mooney, one of the greats. Dave Chappelle. Racial humor helps heal when we can laugh at things. And then I learned a new word today, and this is what I am, and I realized it. I'm not a racist. I'm a culturalist. I learned that word in the comments of Benjamin Owen or Owen Benjamin, and this brother said, you're a culturalist. And I said, yeah. And I looked into it. I'm like, yeah, that's exactly what I am, because I hate certain culture. I can't stand what most people consider to be black culture. I hate it. I hate racist culture. I hate white supremacy culture. I hate any culture that looks at people anything other than human. And I hate a culture that has a person acting like something other than a human, because let's be real. The people that are a part of what people will call black culture, right? And when I say black culture, I'm talking about the criminal element, the ones that make music that's talking about murdering people and taking somebody's woman and selling drugs. I'm talking about that. I'm not talking about black people. Let's clarify. I'm not talking about people that look like me. I'm talking about the culture that has been pushed upon and accepted by a minority group within, you know, the color of people that I'm talking about. I'm against that culture, which separates me from that individual. So I had to ask the guy, say, man, when you use the N-word, right? Are you a racist? You know, I had to ask him because he's very blunt in his videos. So I had to ask the question because I'm like, I like this dude's comment, but then this video, he just came out talking with Trump, talking about the two N-words, and he actually used the word. So I'm like, hey, bro, I just got to ask you, you know what I'm saying? Are you a racist, or are you just funny? Like, what are you doing here? And he gave an awesome response. An awesome response. I'm going to read it to you. I want to read his response. It was freaking fantastic, man. And I understood what he meant. Let me turn this down. I understood what he meant. Listen, my question was, hey, bro, you know, are you funny or are you racist? Because I've been enjoying your content, but I just want to know, you know what I'm saying? I just got to ask the question. Didn't mean to offend anything like that, but you know, I had to ask. I was curious, right? So his response right back, and he was quick with it too. And that was pretty dope because the brothers, I'm paid attention to little old me, you know what I'm saying? And answer my question. He said, I'm not political or trying to change anyone. I just go where the true funny thing is. I'm racist in the sense that I prefer to live in an all white area, but the blacks that live in an all white area match the culture don't even register to me as black. So it's not a race. It's not the race. It's the behavior. But there does seem to be a lot of crossover. But that's just since having kids. Before kids, I had no problem being in black areas because my sense of humor, oddly, does better with black people anyways, because of honor culture. And no one would ever mess with me. He said the F word, but I'll try not to curse. F with me because I don't F with them. And I'm huge. And he does look like a pretty big dude. But he said, but kids change the equation. White N-words are white trash, which have a similar low morality of black N-words. But I know their patterns and I can predict them better, so I don't register it as threatening. I actually think demonizing people who say N-word, which I would right now use, but Twitter will limit my visibility, actually is bad for blacks because it takes away the ability to differentiate race from behavior. I had to really think about that. I had to read it like 3 times. But I get what he's saying, because you see how easily he used the word white trash, right? And a lot of people use it. A lot of black folks I know use white trash. They'll say white trash to a white person, which would be the equivalent of a white person calling a black person the N-word that acts like, you know, wild. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like how I used to act. You feel me? I was acting like a straight up N-word, right? And it registered. It's like, okay, This dude's not a racist. Like, he don't hate black folks. He hates the culture that's been adopted by all groups of people. Like he said, people that are white trash, people that are, you know, what you would call black trash or N-words. And it registered to him. He said, you're a culturalist. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. You don't got a problem with black people living by him as long as they have the same morality that he has. I get it. I kind of understood that. It was kind of deep. It was kind of profound to me. It's like a little light bulb went off. It's like, okay, I get that. Because, I mean, let's be real. Black folks will tell you this. Like, we don't like to live around people that's acting like, you know, acting like that either. That's just the truth. I go outside and I go out. I'm safe when I walk out my doors. You know what I'm saying? I see my neighbors. I wave hi, water my grass in the summertime. I'm out there every morning watering my grass. Hey, neighbor. Hey, how you doing? They come over, bring me cucumbers and tomatoes out of their garden, and everybody gets along. Some of them are Trump supporters. Some of them are raging liberals, right? It doesn't matter at all. We're neighbors. We love each other. We know common courtesy, treat each other with kindness. And that's just what it is. And it's our culture. That's our culture around this way. That's how we are. I'm like, yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense because I ain't gonna lie. When I go through the hood, I lock my doors. So I'm not a racist. Obviously, I'm black. You know what I'm saying? But I lock my doors. I'm like, man, I see somebody, lock my door. I'm just like, try not to make eye contact. All of that. You know, it's just like, call it what you want to call it. It is what it is. You know. But yeah, it shocked me when that person made that comment this morning. Like, I be just picking on black people. I don't. I love everybody. I don't care what color somebody is. I love everybody. As long as they have the same morality as me, I don't have a problem with them. But we got to get away from that culture to say, you're black. You shouldn't be talking about black people. You should never talk about a black woman. What? Listen to me. I don't care if you are Queen Sheba, okay? I don't care if you are a billionaire black woman. I don't care if you are a billionaire white woman, brown woman, man, anybody. If you are out here being a degenerate, if you are out here spreading hate, if you are out here doing things that I can make fun of, I mean, you're not off limits. You know, I'm an equal opportunist when it comes to throwing shade. That's just what it is. If you don't like it, I suggest you unfollow. Go follow somebody else. Fair? Okay. That's all I got. Other than that, I love y'all. Thank you so much for the continued support. Because we are growing. We are getting back there. It's been a long road, you guys. Ever since I came home from prison, it's been a long road. But God, I am pleased with the results thus far. And that's all because of you guys. Thank you. All right. I hope y'all have a good day. Unite. Don't fight. Be a street light, because only you can be the change you wish to see in the world. When you get too stressed out, got to remember to pray, America, because without God, everything falls apart. And listen, when you see these hateful people in the comment section, my request, I mean, you're going to do what you do, right? But my request is, yo, kill them with kindness, bro. Tell them God bless you. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to pray for you, bro, because your mind is messed up. Don't go in there and start name calling them and doing all that. Leave that for other people if you're a believer. All right? Leave that for other people. Just let it be. You know what I'm saying? Just let it be. Live and let live. We got it. What would the world be without trolls? Probably really nice, but less entertaining. You know? Keep you on your toes just a little bit. I'll catch y'all later. Peace.